Following the Supreme Court proceedings yesterday, there was an application that was made by one George Barada from the MDC Alliance party who wanted to be joined in the proceedings in the Supreme Court. He was basically opposing the application for extension. We are happy to say that that application was dismissed yesterday by the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court has gone on, as the chairperson has pointed out, to grant our extension. That puts paid to accusations that this extension were a matter of buying time. This was legally sensible. For that reason, we have kick-started our Congress processes. We are going to have our National Executive Committee and the National Council meetings on the 9th of October 20. On the 9th, we are going to be having the National Executive meeting. On the 11th of October, we are going to have a National Council meeting. We are going to have them on separate days because of the logistical challenges that will be there. And at this National Executive and National Council meeting, we will put forward the National Standing Committee proposals regarding the Congress roadmap and the Congress dates. But as the chairperson has read out, we have tentatively set, subject of course to the direction of the National Council. We have set between the 13th, sorry, it was titled as 18th, between the 13th to the 20th of December. That's where, in that period, we will have our National Congress. And we are going to start with the formal nominations. But before the nominations, we are going to be appointing an independent electoral commission within the course of next week, I think. We will have agreed on the names of the independent electoral commission to run the Congress. We have already done a lot. The database, the electoral college, the organizing department has dealt with that, and it has been completed. So we are going to start our nominations. The nominations will be done by the provincial councils of the 12 provinces, of the 15 provinces. MDC does have 15 provinces. It has 12 provinces in Zimbabwe, because Chitungwiza is a separate province under our constitution, and the Midlands North is also a province. And then we have the external provinces, UK, USA, and South Africa, to make 15. They will be making nominations through elections by secret ballot. So the nominations will, tentative dates are as follows. 24 October 2020, we have nominations in Matabeleland North. The venue will be advised. Then 25 October 2020, we then come to Blawayo. 31 October, Mad South. 1 November, Midland South. 7 November 2020, Midlands North. 8 November 2020, Mashonaland West Province. 14 November 2020, Mashonaland Central. 15 November 2020, Mashonaland East. 21 November 2020, Harare. 22 November 2020, Chitungwiza Province. 28 November 2020, Manicaland Province. And finally, Masvingo, 29 November 2020. These congresses and these congress processes are open to MDC-T people only. All those people who have been recalled are not eligible, either as candidates or as participants. They are not our members. Similarly, all those people who are national executive members and national council members of other political parties other than the MDC-T cannot take part in the Congress processes. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to comment briefly on what is happening at Bogan Changrai House. It was clear to our colleagues that the Alliance project has died. The Alliance project has been a monumental failure. This is a G40 project, and our colleagues who are calling themselves MDC Alliance Party are just G40 funding. They are being controlled by the G40 in whatever they do. And they came to the Harvester House in the face of a court order that says that they shouldn't. They came to Harvester House, they tried to entice some of our young people there, and they have tried to disrupt activities at Harvest House. Since the 31st of March, Harvest House was a very peaceful place. And now we are reading about fire there, fire this, and so on and so on. This is political posturing to attract attention. There has not been a bomb there. And we want to tell you that as the leadership of the MDC, we are not interested in violence. We will take back our building through peaceful means. The first time we took it through very, very peaceful means, nobody was injured. And after that, after the illegality that happened on Sunday night, we approached the courts, we obtained a court order, and the court order is in the process of being dealt with. Yes, there has been this appeal. It is no appeal at all. It was something that was legally not sensible to do, and a few days, maybe hours, will demonstrate the folly of that appeal. But we are going to take our offices through peaceful means, and we will be having our meetings in those offices. We have had calls for leadership to talk, for dialogue, internal dialogue within the party. We have never said no to internal dialogue, but we can never do dialogue at knife point. We can never do dialogue at gunpoint. That's simply not a way to deal with us. However, we still remain committed to peaceful resolution of disputes within our country. Thank you very much. Now, I just want to say that here, that there are regulations that have been gazetted. We haven't seen the regulations, but we have an idea through the statement that we saw. And this by-election, that these regulations deal with suspension of electoral activity due to COVID-19, and in particular the running of time. From when does the 90 days run from? And the period under COVID is not considered. That is the gist of these regulations. These regulations are regulations of general application. They are reasonably justifiable in a democratic society based on openness and fairness. And as they are of general application, they are therefore fair. And as the MDC-T, we have no quarrel with them. Now, my friend from the Newsday asks us, how do we know whether that it is G40 that is behind this usurpation and illegal occupation of Harvest House? First, because G40 has always operated illegally anyway. And then number two, that it is G40 that incited this violence. They did that via Twitter, via social media, and so on. It is G40 that, through its own mouth, said that it was sponsoring the MDC Alliance, the so-called MDC Alliance. It is the G40. So as I have always said to you, if it quacks like a duck, swims like a duck, flies like a duck, lays eggs like a duck, then it is a duck. And these people must never think that they can fool us at all. We are very much in the know of what is going on. But the good news to our people, to our members, is that we are going to defeat them. And we just say victory is certain. Why do we say that the Alliance project failed? I didn't say the Alliance has always failed. The MDC Alliance, when we went into the election, did well. And I think that Nelson Chamisa, as a presidential candidate, did quite well. That's not an issue. But you must never forget that we were with him, that we also campaigned, that we helped in that campaign, and we did well. But after that, the MDC Alliance project, the one I'm referring to, is where they wanted to convert the MDC Alliance into some political party. Okay, this political party is fronting for the G40, and we keep on repeating that because we've got the evidence. And when that association started, look at the by-elections that took place. Whether, and these are rough figures, you can check them. Whether 875 for ZANU-PF, 65 for the MDC Alliance. I think Mwenezi or Chirezi, it was 600 something for ZANU-PF, 18 for MDC Alliance. Then Cholocho, we had 414 to 21 of the MDC Alliance. And Shurugwi, 396 for ZANU-PF to 16 of the MDC Alliance. This is a first-class poor performance. This alliance project has failed. They also tried to badmouth us. They told the nation that we did not have support. And we had our 21st anniversary celebrations at Morgan Changrai House, and we got record viewership of that event. We certainly do have support. People identify with our project. And the MDC Alliance people, the MDC Alliance party people realized that they are reaching a dead end. And after realizing that they are reaching a dead end, they want to come and disrupt our program. But they will not succeed. We are going to win. Now, the issue of Mr. Gorekore, yes, Mr. Gorekore was used as the face. He is not the one who took over that. He is just a Trojan horse. Everybody knows that. There are people who are there. We know that Charlton Wende was there. Nelson Chamisa is behind it. We know that. And we know that they were told or instructed to do this illegal act by their masters. But we will defeat both them and their masters. And what is happening is that as the MDC, we follow the law. We have gone to court. We have won our court case, and we will take our headquarters through peaceful means. These issues of violence taking place there, you saw who was inciting violence. It was them, and they told the nation who they were. They said they were the MDC Alliance, and they wanted to murder some of us. And we have seen some people quiet about it. These are people who use violence to settle political issues. And they are basically criminals, and they have to be dealt with like criminals.